And top-seeded Bucks, they taking the East?
No, man, are you kidding me? The Bucks are not going to make it out the second round. They got to see the Boston Celtics in the second round. Do you understand that?
I don't know where Milwaukee goes from here because
Whoa! So is this over?
No, listen, I think it's over.
This series is over.
Yeah, they
One
lost.
game? You just sat there and said that they could win an NBA championship.
Yeah, I did say that, but
one game.
I think styles make fights in boxing.
We know the style of both teams before the series started.
Yeah, but it just seemed like Milwaukee was the way better team throughout the regular season. But when I watched this today, if Giannis doesn't have a monster game and somebody else besides him doesn't step up, Boston is just going to out.
Oh, Boston, Boston, Boston. You thought you had something great after game one, and then the Milwaukee Bucks said, no. Oh, man. To beat the Celtics 4 straight games the way the Bucks did, amazing. Is the best feeling in the world. I am so happy right now. I mean, I knew we were going to win the series after we went up 3-1, but I mean, just coming out here in game 5 and doing that to the Celtics, I mean, we just stuck a fork in them and shoved them to the side. I mean, I after game 1, man, I was so upset. I was so like, I didn't want to listen to anyone who told me to calm down that this was an outlier game. I just wanted to wallow in my own misery, and it looks like the people who said that was an outlier game were totally right. And honestly, I can't really believe that I was too concerned after game 1, because that's what the Bucks have been doing all year long. Yeah, they'll have a few games where they just kind of play bad, but I mean, in the long run, if they keep doing the things that they've been doing, running the same offense and defense, they're going to keep doing what they've done best all year, and that's win basketball games. And as long as they stay focused and stay the course, I mean, I don't really see anybody beating them, honestly. I mean, the Warriors versus Bucks in the finals, if that happens, that'll be very interesting, of course. But, I mean, the Bucks, to me, watching the Bucks, like, they just grind you down every single game. Like, every single one of these games was at least, like, semi-close throughout, the first two and a half quarters or so. And then the Bucks always went on a little bit of a run in the late third or the fourth quarter to take control of the game. And that's what this Bucks team does so good. They just, like, they keep playing you, they never break, and then finally, they just wait for you to break, pretty much. And the Celtics are a mentally weak team. I mean, it was bound to happen every single game, and, like, they got really high up, they got really cocky after game 1, and yeah, I mean, that was it for him, The Bucks made the adjustments, and they stuck the course and stayed focused, and the Bucks came out and just wiped the floor with the Celtics. And you know what about Boston? All year long, everyone had to listen to people saying, "Oh, Boston, they'll get it together by the playoffs, right? They'll show us who they really are in the playoffs. They got Kyrie, the best closer in the game, who, by the way, I still think is the best closer in the game. I do think that this playoffs has kind of been a bit of a rough stretch that just hit the wrong period of time for Kyrie. But all year long, we had to hear this about Boston, how even though they were underperforming, that they were still going to win the East and whatever. Let me say this. You can have all the talent in the world, all the talent. If you can't play together as a team, you're not going to win basketball games. At least not consistently. I mean, the Warriors are so great because they have amazing basketball players and they can play together. And sometimes when they have trouble playing together, their talent is able to kind of overcome that, but I don't really think the Boston Celtics have nearly the talent that the Warriors have. The Bucks, straight up with the Boston Celtics, it's pretty close, almost equal. I might want to give a slight edge to the Celtics in talent, but really, the Bucks play so well together as a team that it just doesn't even matter. Any slight edge the Celtics might have in talent is made up for the fact that the Bucks are just such a great team and they mesh so well together. Like, what the Bucks have built here, it's just a perfect blend of everything. They have so many guys who are so unselfish with the basketball and willing to play defense even when they're not shooting very well. You see other superstars, and Kyrie included. They don't have their shots falling, not whatnot, so they get frustrated and they just keep jacking up more. They stop playing defense. They get a little lazy. But the Bucks don't have any players like that on this team. They keep playing no matter what. And even after game 1, they kept playing, they stayed focused, and they did what they did best all year long in the regular season, and that was win games by more than 10 points. And the Bucks had, 45 double-digit wins this year? That's insanely good. And every single team that has won 45 or more games by double digits in the regular season in NBA history, I think, has gone on to win the finals, or at least make the finals. So, yeah, I mean... It feels great to be a Boston sports team, though. I mean, just their fans, and I'm not speaking for every single fan here. I know there are some good Boston fans out there, but the majority of this fan base are so rude and cocky and arrogant, and seeing these guys just get their asses handed to them after game 1, best thing ever. These guys needed this humbling, and I love it. I love every single second of it. But looking ahead to the Eastern Conference Finals here, Raptors versus Philly. That series is yet to be decided. Raptors are up 3-2. I definitely would prefer to play Philly over Toronto because I think Philly is kind of a better version of the Celtics. They're kind of a team that's a bit immature. They don't really play that well together. They got a lot of talent, obviously, just like the Boston Celtics, but it doesn't really seem that like it always gels, With the Bucks, you always see them gelling and meshing well together and playing good basketball. With the Sixers, you don't always see that. So obviously, I would love to play the Sixers, and I think that the mental toughness of the Bucks would be able to overwhelm the Sixers, and they'd start getting a bit, riled up and whatnot, and the Bucks would be able to take advantage of some of their more emotional players, especially guys like Joel Embiid, kind of frustrate him, and he can't shoot the three as well as Al Horford, so that might be an even better matchup for the Bucks. But the Raptors, I think the Raptors are going to win this series, and Raptors, all year long, I've thought they were the biggest challenge to the Bucks, and I still think that today, because they're a level-headed team. That's the thing with the Raptors. They do play well together, and they got a superstar, Kawhi Leonard. He is phenomenal, and he's putting on a show right now in the conference semifinals against Philly right now. So that's definitely going to be the biggest challenge for the Bucks if the Raptors come out of that series and play the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I still think I would like the Bucks to win that series, but it's definitely going to be more of a challenge. Even though the Bucks have beaten the Raptors by double digits multiple times in the regular season, I still think that, especially with the way Kawhi is playing right now, it's going to be pretty tough. But overall, though, when entering this series, when I looked at this Boston Celtics series, I was like, if we can just win this series, I like our odds to get to the finals. And, I know that I think Toronto is a better matchup for the Bucks, but now I feel like the Bucks have exercised every single demon from last year. They have exercised every demon from their past. All they have left is to look forward, and they have everything they want right in front of them. They have a chance with 4 more wins to get to the finals and 4 more wins after that to be crowned NBA champions. So let's see if they have what it takes, because honestly, I think this is a really, really special Bucks team, and I just cannot wait to see how far they can really go. So anyways, guys, still, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing the excitement of this victory with me. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. How are you feeling right now as a Bucks fan, or as an NBA fan for that matter, or a Boston Celtics hater, or whatever? How are you feeling after this Game 5 victory for the Bucks? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Fear the deer.